First of all, I would say that when you are limited to business CEO or business people, that is a way how you want to use it. But the mindfulness doesn't have a kind of a shading of this is for this and that. This is a whole idea of how do you increase the quality of your life as a human. So as a human, then you have a human as a business human, then you have a human as a parent, you have a human as a monk, you have a human as an administrator, you have a human as so many other kind of human. But whole idea of mindfulness is that if you are able to realize who you are and what is your functions, what is your responsibility as a human, a global citizen. So in terms of once you recognize as who you are, so the whole idea of reactions, whole idea of creativity, whole idea of actions you are creating, which is what you call a business, which is called way of living, which is called your behavior, which is called charismatic or charisma, whatever you want to call it. So it depends on what you are having that problem with. So if you are a business, so your life of your business is if you are really narrow down your life as a business life. So if you really want to develop a mindfulness in order to get a good business, and a good business means that not profit-oriented business alone. So you have to think that as you are the part of this global citizenship, as you are a part of this world, so in a way that you can't just think your own way. You can't just think that this is your business, so you don't care other business, you don't care your employees' kind of well-being. So whole idea of how do you survive, how do you make yourself well-being, in a sense that the way you do business, it has to be business kind of a well-being both for yourself as the business ownership, the business CEO, but at the same time, you have to respect, you have to give that the same kind of humanity and same kind of a development for your employee, for this world, and so and so. So this is what modern trend is called sustainable business. What is called sustainable brand, what is called sustainable happiness. So in a way that these days, even the word mindfulness can be replaced with this new United Nations mantra called sustainable or sustainability. So that is the whole idea of the benefit of what you are using. But the benefit, it will not limit it to your business. First of all, it means that you have to be mindful in your inner yourself and able to realize who you are, able to realize your duty towards a business, towards a society, towards the world, and then the way you act more positively with less negatively, and that is what we call a business, a mindful businessman. That is what we call a mindful man, a mindful monk, or whatever you want to be. So the benefit is, of course, it's kind of very friendly, very eco-friendly, very human-friendly. So in a way that you will have a win-win business, but a not profit maximizing business. It is a profit before people business. So in a way that you have, it might be not maximized, but you are able to run your business, not run only way, not run just a simple way, but in a run business in a way that everyone will be look after you, everyone will appreciate your business, the way of you they are doing business, because you are respecting the right and well-being of everyone who is involved with your life. Yes, for many, sometimes they just limited the mindfulness technique as a way of meditating, closing your eyes, and so and so. That could be one of the options if you are really want to be. And then when you do that, sometimes you will label that you are a religious man, you are pursuing for holy life or whatever it is. But to be mindful or to practice mindful in your busy life, in your very chaos life, is that able to realize, and then in able to realize, able to conscious what you are doing. So when you are develop the mechanism of being conscious, being able to realize, aware of your duty, your work, your responsibility, and your profit, your aim, and so and so. Sometimes it will say that you are just little bit of you are slowing down your life in a way. So because when you think very quickly, act and reaction very quickly, you might not have enough decision power. You might not have enough information to decide on something you are deciding on. But when you just realize, and then you are able to know the cause and effect, you are able to know the cause and consequences of what you are doing. So once you are aware of that, that is what I call being a mindful. So you can train, from the simple business or simple, if you really want to train, just when you are drinking, just realize that, are you really drinking? Or while you are drinking, you are thinking a lot of hundreds of things. So when you are talking, you're really talking to someone, you are really talking to your business partner. But these days you will see that you are really distracted by so many things, so many social media, so many things what's going on in the world, until you lost within this kind of influx of information, influx of the social media, and then you finally even not able to really filter the informations, the data, what you need for your business, what you need for your decision making. So when you develop that slowly, think through, look at whatever the problem, first you realize that is the problem. But the whole idea of a human species that we never realize that we are problematic. You are the troublemaker. I am the troublemaker. You are always pointing to someone else. And then that makes it more complicated. So if you are really able to realize, that you are the part of the problem, and then let's step back and look at that problem as an outsider, as someone who is not engaged by yourself, then you will able to see, the way out. You are able to, see that whether it is a good or bad or whatever, you have to make all the decision-making power can be developed by that. So this is how you develop mindfulness. You can do by just meditating, closing your eyes and take breath, and then be yourself for some time. Kind of develop that every tiny moment. For beginning, maybe 2-3 minutes will be more, even it is too much already. But if you slowly develop, your mind is able to focus and concentrate on something. The concentration might be the best word to develop the whole idea of mindfulness. You are concentrating on whatever you are doing on your life, and that is how you develop. Yes, mindful from the time you are wake up from your bed until you go to the bed. Once you go to the bed, then you are mindless. Then you started to dream. So don't make your opening eyes at a dream life. So when you are awake, you are seeing things with your eyes. So to be mindful means that you are able to see with your own eyes about everything what you are doing. Of course, when you are a successful person, I guess that in order to be success, first of all, you already have that capability of mindfulness in a certain level, in a certain way. But the integrity of mindfulness, the firmness of mindfulness is not that strong enough. That's why you are feeling that with the success, you are having a lot of this distress, a lot of this failure in your life, and then a lot of other things. But if you realize all the distress, frustration you are going through, because you are going through that because you lost your mindfulness. The whole idea is that when you don't realize what is going on, and you are expecting that you want to have this, you are anxious that you want to, you don't want to have this, you don't want to have this kind of experience, and so and so. And once you have this kind of fear of uncertainty, and that is the whole cause of, making you stressful, making you kind of a very serious disease of this 21st century, because it is already proven by the WHO that stress is one of the serious disease of this world in the modern time. So who make this stress? Who make this kind of failure to yourself? Because you have fear of your anticipation. You have fear of your expectation, unknown expectations. So the thing is that you are very comfortable, where you feel comfortable when your things are under your control. But when you are stressed, it means that things are not under your control. Now, once you realize that fact, now think for yourself. Is there everything in this world is under your control or not? Even your own body, even your own mind, can it control by yourself or your wish alone? What about your family? What about your other people? Forget about business, just near and there. There's nothing in this world is, permanent. Everything is impermanent. So therefore, once you realize that impermanency, the natural truth, then you will able to see that, okay, my part is that to do the best. Now, when the result come out of your best effort, it may come out sometime best, but sometime it is not as you expected. When the things came out, the result is not as you expected, the source of stress is really planted in your mind. So when it happens, then you have to realize the absolute truth, and then think that, well, how does it matter to your surviving of your daily life? Is that really mean that to be a millionaire? Does it really make you happy? To have a successful, very big brand business, is that your aim of your goal of your life? You are born just to be that successful businessman? But that successful businessman is generally founded on a lot of other suffering. So you have to think that whatever the success story, behind the success story is a lot of hardship, a lot of suffering. So once you realize that, it depends on how you take that point into consideration. So if you think that your well-being of your life, your happiness is more matter than your success, your name and fame, your kind of property, your kind of wealth. Now, wealth doesn't guarantee your happiness and well-being. So if you realize that, you are able to see that, well, let's try. But if you get failed, you can try more, or you can get another way. So to be able to live with the situations, that is the whole idea of mindfulness. So whether you are adaptable or you are tolerable to things which is coming into your life or not. And that is actually the derivation, the etymology of the word in Thai called Kwam Suk, Sukha, which is matter easy to tolerate, easy to able to acceptable, and easy to adapt yourself. So once you see the real root of what you are expecting, what you are thinking, then you will know that that is something you're hanging on the very tiny thread. So once you know that it's very risky, once you know that you can't really trust, then you have to come back and then see, and then stand on something, a firm ground, which will make you less stressful.